struggled in the past is finding my why. So I'm like a very logical person. And every time I have done the why exercise where you say why, and then you say why, and then you say why. If you don't have the right mindset or the right intention or the right priming of your brain, it sometimes is a very fruitless experience. And because we had set up the breath work to do it every day, and it really it did physiologically is what I wanted to say, changes you, that it primed me. And I was finally, honestly, after years, able to get into the deep work of why. And one of the things that Marlon and I just talked about too, it wasn't just that was a piece of the puzzle, but you're around other people who are also very focused on doing the same. So our vibrations, our energies were all in the right space. And because of that, I believe that that's why I was finally able to create or like write down a why that really hit me emotionally, and I carry it with me, right? Because when you're not motivated, when things are difficult, you turn to your why, and if your why is strong enough, it'll help you push along those times. And so I remember getting emotional writing it down. I was like, oh my god, finally found my why, and it was during this event, and like this only just happened in September, despite the fact that I do feel like I've progressed as an investor, but I hadn't hit the purpose. I hadn't hit the emotional piece of why I'm so connected to what I'm doing. So anywho.
Absolutely. And you're spot on. So I want to spend maybe just a minute talking about who this is for, because I think that matters as well, because this is not an event that's for everybody. Quite frankly, if you're already just absolutely crushing it, you feel like life is perfect, everything is put together, this isn't really the place for you. We have other things that we'll do. We'll hang out with you another time. However, I'm speaking to the people that you feel like you have all the resources, but you haven't been producing any of the results. Like you feel like you're not quite sure why things aren't clicking yet. You have the courses, you are in the right communities, you have the contracts, and you're making the calls, you're making the dials, you're working on your business, like you're following all the steps, but you're still not quite where you feel like you should be. You feel like you ought to be further ahead than where you are right now, and something is missing. And the people that you're spending time with just do not seem to understand. Like there's just almost like you're talking to a brick wall. You should be interested in what we're doing, because the room that we're creating is the sort of rooms that transform lives. The sort of weekends that you have are the sort of weekends that you look back on, and this is a weekend that you remember as a pivotal moment. Like this is like, holy crap, that weekend, February 2nd in 2024, it becomes one of those weekends, like the same way I remember October of 2019, I was in a room that changed my life. And when people always say like, wow, you remember that? I'm like, of course, you always remember those life-changing moments, those life-changing weekends. That's what this event has the power to be. So
Mhm.
if you're in that place where you're like, you know what, it's been feeling like I've been missing something, I've been feeling like I need to get out of my environment, to get around new people, to get around better energy, to really lift myself up, this is something you should be aware of. So check it out. Just simply, I think Ingrid and Caroline already shared the link before. If you have questions, details are on that page. And after you go through that page, submit your application, because there are only a few spots. We keep this very small and very tight, just because, quite frankly, there's, with what we want to deliver on value, there's not enough bandwidth to handle 100 people, 200. It just, we would kill ourselves with what we plan on giving, what we pour
I,
into.
I wouldn't allow it, because that was my feedback. I love that it was so small, and that
Mhm.
I want to let Marlon and Ingrid have more than they did, because I like the intimacy of it, and it changed stuff for me. It unlocked some stuff for me, and you all hear me share my story, so I won't let them do it really big. So that's why he's giving you the upfront contract right now. They're being very selective, and that's why there's only 3 slots left. So if you guys can, I don't want to. I know Marlon's got to get back into his workflow, and we only have 20 minutes on here to do Q&A, and we want to give data away to everybody else. But he's very selective. Ingrid and him are very selective. I'm actually going to go over there and peek over his shoulder when he decides to let in, because I'm going to be like, their vibes are right. I don't know if they brush their teeth. I'm going to go and say those things to him. So make sure that you guys show that you text me later, message me on Instagram, let me know you brushed your teeth if you've clicked on this, because I only want good smelling people in here. But it seriously though, it's the right. You had the perfect mix of people. We had the best speakers. It was just really, really cool to see how everybody started out and some of the compounding effects that they put in place to level up. So I jumped in there, but grab that really quickly. Open up that link in another side. It's just https://mindovermatter.mindsetmarlin.com/register. Grab it really quickly while you guys have time before it fills up. Anything else you want to say?
I already see Michelle Rice. She just booked her call. Terrence Lutz just booked their call. So it's like, guys, like people are already jumping in. Spots are limited. That's not to scare you. That's to make you aware that if you sit on your butt and you sit on your assets, you're going to lose out.
Sit on your assets. I like that. Marlon, thanks for being here. Anything you want to say before you go back to your cocoon?
Yeah, appreciate y'all having me. I'm gonna
Happy
go back and
Thanksgiving. We love you, Marlon.
Love you too. Appreciate y'all.
Love you. Thanks for jumping on. All right, so that was our special announcement. Thank you guys for staying on here and sharing this with everybody. Bridget, yeah. So with that being said, Ingrid, anything else you want to say before we can kind of go into Q&A and we can bring some people on stage with us?
Bring your running shoes.
bring your fits. Really, I'd say, guys, if you were looking, and I'm going to put in the side chat right now so you guys can jump on here. You have to leave YouTube to jump in here, but there's a link in the side chat. You can click on that, come live with us. We'll answer any of your questions you have. I'll do anything. We'll cover everything on here. But the one thing I want to say that I try and go to some type of mastermind at least once a quarter. I've set up so I do some type of Tony Robbins event. I want to just keep reminding myself what's important, because when we get into that comfortable stage, why get outside of our comfort zone? You know, it's good enough. Why try for more? But when we can try for more, we have a larger impact and we can help more people. So that's important to me. All right, let's get into some Q&A. And oh no, the website isn't working for you. Jen just said.
Jen, message Caroline.
Message me on Instagram. I'll go over to Marlon's room when we're done. Guys, if you need to go to Instagram, let me just pull up my Instagram so you guys can see this. And I saw a few people were asking, what is that planner you're talking about? We're going to make sure that planner is in the side chat or in the description below. You should have opportunities in the description below, but really quickly, let me share this so you guys can see what it looks like. This is Instagram. If you guys are not on Instagram, you need to be. You can see I'm also live on Instagram. So I know some people are like, this is Inception. Message me. You can come over and message me on Instagram. Let's make sure that the Instagram live is on there. And then this is the link tree. You can click on to see stuff. You can find the books that I use. Where are they? Right here, books and gadgets. But message me and I'll go talk to Marlon as soon as this is over and let him know that the website, it must have been, we probably crashed the website with everybody looking at it. So I apologize for everybody who tried to jump on.
Yeah, it looks like Josh and Jen were able to get back in. So that's great.
Perfect. Okay, great. Well, then it's working. So if it doesn't work, just message me and I'll go tell Marlon. Sweet. So I see Michelle's on backstage. Let's make sure that we get to the questions. If you guys click on that link right there, I'll pull you up. Michelle Rice, what's going on, girl?
Hey, ladies. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I was out today giving lunches to the homeless today.
Nice.
Girl. That's awesome.
So I do have a question.
Hit me.
I went door knocking when I was in San Angelo.
Okay.
I'm finding that 3 of the homes that I door knocked are on seller finance with another investor. Like they're in San Angelo, because when I was living there, I did the same thing. I bought a house. I put $1,000 down. I had to empty out the house from the previous tenants.
Mm-hmm.
And I cleaned it up. There was a lot of feces everywhere.
Okay.
And so these people are getting foreclosed on because what they do is if they're late, they foreclose on them and they go and rent them. They go and lease them right back out. Should I even go after those? Because the homes there, even if you fix them up, they're probably not even worth $100,000. And you have to put like 30 or 40 in there to just get it good again.
Ready to roll. Great question. I'm going to say this much right now. What's your risk tolerance and where are you at? I think you're a one-woman show, right?
There is somebody in San Angelo that I called, and I'm working with him.
Yeah, but it's mainly you pulling the data, doing the calls, doing everything, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
This is something that, Michael Frankie and I've talked about a few times. figuring out what's going to be like. When I'm pulling my data and I'm going through everything, I was actually just talking to my integrator earlier. The ones that we know are going to be like, I'm going to put more energy into the deals where we're going to get a larger assignment fee. I'm going to put more energy into the ones that they're in a zip code that I know is going to be able to hold rent and do well. I've talked to a few homeowners. I'm still helping homeowners that are in like sketchier areas. And I say sketchier because like I talked to a gentleman who was like, I don't want to live here anymore. I'm in front of a park and we have a lot of homeless people. And I'm like, where I live, the parks have people. So I don't have those issues. I spoke to another homeowner, like homeless people keep trying to break into my house. Like, I don't want people to deal with that, but I'm going to I'm going to put more priority on the ones, because remember, we're investors. I want to help everybody. Okay. I want to make sure that I do help everybody, but I'm going to put more energy and effort into the ones that have the ultimate need right now that are going to give me a bigger payday so I can go back and help more families, if that makes sense. Ingrid, would you say anything different?
Know your numbers. So I actually did do a deal like this, and had the market not changed, I think I would be, talking about a really winning story. But the property we took over was owned by somebody who was an investor selling on seller finance. It's very common in Texas. And you said San Angelo. Is that in Texas or is it in California?
San Antonio.
It's like, yeah, it's where Pace has got that one apartment complex.
Okay.
It's West Texas.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So it really just depends. Like back to what Caroline said, is the risk worth the reward? And so for me, what I did with ours is the seller was behind almost $17,000. And I contacted, which I was really surprised that the seller hadn't foreclosed sooner. Like, I don't understand what was stopping him, because in Texas it's so much easier to foreclose on people. So I contacted the note holder and made arrangements with him. And he was even like, oh, can you do this with these other ones that I have? Like, would you be able to, get them where they should be? Now, the numbers have to work. Our numbers did work, and that interest rate was at like 9 or 10%. So it was like holding hard money to us, but it was amortized. So we knew there was some pay down relating to it. But if the numbers aren't working, for me, it's all about the money math. If the money math isn't there, if your risk tolerance isn't there, and you're talking about a single investor, then it's time to walk away. I firstly would just contact the investor, be like, hey, here's what I do. And then now you can actually be a resource to them, because there are investors who have heart, who don't want to just, not heart. I don't want to just call that out like that, but like there's some that maybe have enough in the bank where they can be more flexible with their new note owners. And so they may want to work with you to see like, hey, who could you help? Because they have to be an uninterested third party. So it's harder for them to get involved when there's scenarios like this. They'd rather have you.
All three properties are with the same investor. Because as I'm digging and they're telling me who owns the property, who they're paying, I'm like, okay, that's the same one as the other one.
By the way, we're in the process right now of asking for what's called a forfeiture. It's not a foreclosure. It's called a forfeiture, because we sold it on agreement for sale. You can't do those in Texas, but you can do those in Arizona. And so our process for forfeiture is much, much faster. So we're engaging with the lawyer right now on one of my properties where they're not paying. But why does that matter? Investors do that because it's easier to foreclose and then recycle, right? Go and get my new down payment and start paying again. So for me, I would first want to get a relationship with that investor. If you find that they're in a season where they have to be a bit more selfish, then it's not worth going after those properties. If they're in a season and they're investing world where they're like, yeah, it would be really great if you could help my sellers, or my homeowners, then you know what direction to take.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Great question, Michelle. Just narrow your focus and don't get distracted by the shiny objects. Pick the people that are going to be able to give you that payday. Because we want to get you, I know you still have your W-2. Let's get you out of your W-2 and focus on those that are, oh, no more, you got out. Okay, well, congrats. That's awesome. All right, so you've been waiting patiently in the side chat or the side. So let's get to your question. What's going on, girl?
I actually don't have a question. I just wanted to know.
Come be on screen?
I know. I just want to know, were we supposed to jump into StreamYard or not? But
Yeah,
I
ask your
really,
question. You have no
I really don't
question.
have a question. You
Evie,
guys are
wait,
crushing
wait.
it.
Weren't you helping? And this is something I maybe forgot to put in the beginning of the call, but weren't you raising money for Family Promise?
Yes, yes, I was. Yes, I was.
Can we talk about it? Can people still donate?
Yeah, I mean, you still can. Family Promise. I think we're going to make this like a year-round thing. You know, I mean, it's an amazing charity for sure. You know, Pace and I guess Kim Walls jumped on that, but yeah. So I was like squad leader for Arizona, and you know, I really appreciate everybody that jumped in.
So for people who don't know, what is the Family Promise?
So, Family Promise is a charity that helps prevent homelessness in our community. And they not only help prevent it, but when families are homeless, in fact, about 84% are actually single mothers with children. And so they try to help prevent it first. So they have preventive methods with paying, you know, utilities, helping with bills or deposits, and trying to keep them in their homes first. And then they have an emergency program where if they do become homeless, they actually have shelters across the state, and I think there's like 6 locations here valley wide. And so they can house them. And while they're taking care of the children, the parents are getting educated and getting help with getting a job and getting on their feet. And so once they do actually get placed in a home, then Family Promise actually continues 24 months later by helping them with food or, you know, bills or whatever to really stabilize them in the home. So it really, really is a great organization. We did hold the Family Promise final drive today. So it was really good. Absolutely loved the turnout. And, you know, I wanted to say, you know, I told everybody in the beginning that, you know, there's a lot of leaders in this community, like you guys who do a lot for this community and do a lot of heavy lifting. And I think it's time for other people to step up and to take that, you know, put some of them on the back and take that load too. So it was really great. Sean St. Clair came out and he donated as well. So it was really fun.
Trying to upload this picture because I have the picture that you guys have so that folks can still donate if they're up for it.
Yeah, the flyer. You can do that with the QR code. I know that someplace across the country, I don't know if it was you know, Justin's crew out in the East Coast or somewhere in California. I think they were getting like 3 houses where they were going to donate and do like low rent so some of the families could live there. But I think we're going to try to plan something like that. But,
that's fantastic. Very cool.
It's really, really cool. So I really didn't have a question. I didn't know if we were all supposed to jump in here, but
you are
really
welcome,
love you, ladies. I love what you are doing. I follow you for sure. I'm huge fans. So, you know, I definitely believe in, you know, sticking to the tribe and learning from, you know, surrounding yourself with the winners. So I really appreciate it. I love Marlon too, but you are killing it. So anything I can do to help you guys out, by all means,
thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this in the side chat so everybody can have it right here. This is the website you can donate to on here. Stevie, appreciate, what a great little reminder right before the holidays. You guys can donate to the Family Promise. Just click on this button here and it'll bring you to the donation page. So if you guys have not already, feel free to jump in there and donate to a family in need. We're all about the giving. So Stevie, thank you. Michelle, thank you for jumping up. We'd like to have this more engaging as well, guys. We want to bring you guys up on stage if you have questions. Pace said he's giving 3 houses to the organization in Arizona, so that's awesome. Guys, click on that. If you have the chance to donate anything, please do. I know I've been giving to some schools. It's just like, it feels really good when you give back and you're able to help a family. And and see how far that can go. So that's really, really neat. Ingrid, I'm going to be mindful of your time. Let's talk about pulling this data and how people can get a hold of it, because that's what this whole Zoom was about, giving back, or this whole podcast was about being able to give back and get you guys hooked up with some free data. So I want to just recap it, because I know Ingrid's going to pull it, and I know that you're going to have to reach out to us to be able to get it. So to get the data, they're going to have to do what, Ingrid? There we go.
Well, let's first talk about what data we're going to pull.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm Caroline.
Mm-hmm.
What area are you looking in, Caroline?
I'm looking in Maricopa County.
All right. So Maricopa County.
Mm-hmm. This is on, there you go, second one, batch leads. Okay.
You're going to see how easy this is because I'm never in here.
Okay, cool. So what you're going to do is click on the filter. So now this is the entire county. There you go. So what do you think? We should go, we could do pre-foreclosures. We could even do, why don't we do tired landlords? What do you think? What do you guys want? Let's see. There's people on this live right now. What kind of data would you like to talk to? Would you like to talk to the pre-foreclosures, or would you like to talk to tired landlords? They're going to be different conversations. When you're talking to the pre-foreclosures, you're talking to homeowners that are going through some of the toughest times in their life. So you've got to be empathetic and you've got to be selfless. But here's the thing. You get anything from this list, send it over to us, and you find somebody who needs help, we will help you lock it up. Okay, everybody, foreclosures. All right. Well, the tribe has spoken. They want to do foreclosures. So let's go foreclosure route.
Okay. And do you want to answer Wiz's?
I didn't see it. Okay. You got where to go.
Damn it.
Got an agent. We keep helping each other. Got an agent sent me a deal that he was wholesaling that I was going to dispo, but his contract fell, but would like to come in as a buyer's agent. Is that a good idea, Ingrid?
It just depends. I think if I'm understanding that correctly, right? They're asking if that agent wants to be involved again, even though they weren't able to sell it. Is that how you're reading it, Caroline?
Got an agent to send me a deal that he was wholesaling that I was going to dispo, but his contract fell through, I'm assuming, or like they ran out of time, but would like to come in as a buyer's agent. Is that a good idea? I mean, you could get in, I mean, are you building this relationship with an agent so they'll continue bringing stuff? They might feel a little slighted on that. Why did it fall through? I would not go into getting anything unless you like, were you just going to help them move it? Do you already have a buyer in place that's going to be buying that deal? If you don't, I wouldn't even get that under contract. There's so many different ways that you can go about this. So I'm going to go with immediately no, because I don't know. You didn't give me enough information here, Neo. So fill us in with some more and we can answer that. All right. I'm seeing more people are still saying foreclosures. Bridget even said tired landlords are not motivated enough. All right. So we want the motivated list. We're going to go for helping people that are in pre-foreclosure. So let's do.
Should we do all status? Notice of sale, notice of default, notice of trustee?
Yeah, I think we do that.
Okay. And then starting date?
I think we should do next Thursday. Oh, it's the recording date?
Or it could be auction date.
Yeah, I would do auction date.
Mm-hmm.
I would do from next Thursday on to say the end of February.
Okay.
Because that'll give us, there you go, 530 properties. So if you guys look on the right side, it says applied filters. You can see what we're going for. All right, let's go with ownership info. I don't think we need, I would make it individual. I wouldn't do LLC because we can get into situations with that. So I'd go individual. Okay, 432, that's fine. I really don't care about the years of ownership. When I get a little more niche, I might do a little more, but like we're still just trying to help homeowners keep their properties.
Cool. So I'm going to apply it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm trying to remember all my stuff. So do I save this into a folder? Is that right?
Yeah, you need to do select over there on the top right.
On the top right.
Left 2. Select all. Save.
Save it to a folder.
Yep.
You know, we could do DTA too, since this is not as big. So let's see here.
Go for it.
Today is the 22nd. My mom's birthday. I think I said that already.
And you did. I think you said that offline.
Oh, I don't remember. Oh, I need to add a list. Okay.
I haven't done expired listings. Can you pull expired listings from here?
Let's see. So I'm going to save this first. So then I have those in that folder for now. And then let's go see. So we got filter. Let's clear the filter. And then let's see here. I do know that we have MLS status. Expired.
Oh, there we go, baby. All right, expired.
So now we have to say what dates did they expire on.
So I'm going to let you take this away because you're the agent here. What do you like about expired listings? Andrew, is there a way to filter by minimum bed bath count? There is. We did not do that on there. We're giving you guys everything and anything, giving you the opportunity here.
Yep. I wonder if maybe we just do percentage of ARV. No, because we want the no equity.
Yeah.
So what, like, maybe like 85% ARV?
That could work. Let's see what we get.
Yeah, let's see. And then
Zero properties.
Yeah.
Zero.
Interesting.
So let's not do percentage of ARV.
I can't undo it. That's clear.
You know, I do see some setbacks that I don't love about batch sometimes, and that is one of them.
Yeah, like trying to undo something.
Yeah, bottom left there where it's blue right above.
Oh, reset. There we go.
You can't just erase one thing. You have to erase it all. So batch leads, if you're watching this, I have a bone to pick.
Okay. Let's see. Let's just look for expired. And then that's interesting. What does listing date mean on here? Huh. I just want to know expired date from.
Yeah, you could do days on market. We could say a minimum of 100.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there was 2 million. Let's see what we got now. Only 500,000, 500,000 now.
Oh, you know what? We didn't put a county.
Oh, there we go.
Hang on a second. Let's do a county real quick.
I was like, that's the entire country. That's a lot of houses for Maricopa.
Yeah.
All right, filter.
I think I have to clear it first. What the heezy?
Oh, good. Jen said just delete the number. Interesting.
Okay. Now filter. Hopefully that's helping you guys. Like, we're definitely not experts here.
We just go straight to the point here. All right.
There we go.
All right, 1,400.
So between the two are about, 2,000. So let's go save it in our handy dandy explain it folder. All right. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Oh, they want me to export agents. Interesting. Oh, I have to add it first. Darn it.
Sometimes technology.
Okay.
Saving agents. Wow.
All right. So this is a good list to start.
I think it's a great list to start. So let's talk about how people can get their hands on this free list. What is necessary to get this data, Ingrid?
Well, I'm going to export it, put it on a spreadsheet, and then what email would we want them to send it to or request it?
Oh, okay. I thought you were getting with Rick to...
I was, but I didn't get a hold of anybody.
Oh, man. Okay. So this is what we're going to have you guys do to get the data. All right. Jen, I'm going to count on you to type this in the side chat because I see you're typing. 1, you need to be following both of us on Instagram. This is my Instagram name right here. That's Ingrid's Instagram name over there. Okay, that's my Instagram name. You're going to send us a picture on Instagram that you're following us on Instagram. You're also going to send us pictures that you've subscribed to our YouTube channels. Okay, I'm giving you homework before you get this stuff for free. Nothing in life's free. We're making you do a little bit of work here. Once you've done that, we will share the link for you to get access to the Google Drive. So you're going to message us on Instagram, and then we're going to share it from there. Easy peasy, squeezy.
Lemon squeezy.
So you guys are going to do that.
You're not at the Caroline Kane, are you?
I am.
Oh, that's Instagram.
On YouTube, I'm Caroline Kane, but on Instagram, somebody already got Caroline Kane. So I push you guys to get your freaking first.
How dare they? How dare they? You're the Caroline. Well, I guess the.
That's why I got the on there. Okay, look at that. Josh already said, let's go. I'm ready to call these bad boys. So it's free data. What I'd recommend you guys do, take that list, put it in its own Excel spreadsheet. What I've even done, there's a few times, like I even put it in my journal. So I like cross when I make the call. I don't know if you guys can even see it. Cross when I make the call, circle it when I have the conversation. I write my little notes on there, and then I add notes to it. So it's super, super easy. All right, let me get to this last question over here because I'm having Jen type that up. He couldn't sell it, so he canceled the contract. He's looking to bring more deals and working together with me. Don't have a buyer lined up yet. Guys, I literally just I made some content to put on Instagram Reels today. Do not lock anything up without an end buyer. Do not put something under contract without an end buyer, unless you're locking it up at like 10% of ARV and you are 100% sure what your ARV is. When you're brand new, you need to understand what a deal looks like before you go and lock things up. So no, I would find a buyer first before you do it. If your agent's having a hard time selling that deal, what does that tell you? Okay, that's okay. So Jen, it's okay if you have kids. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to make sure you send us a picture on our Instagrams. Okay, we're going to share the link with you that you're following our Instagrams and that you're following our YouTubes. Once you've done that, we will share the Google Drive link so you guys can have access to the skip trace data. Here's the great thing, guys. You already have buyers for your deals. We are buying everything in this county, so you can send it over to us, right? Send it over. If you don't know how to lock up the deal and you find somebody who does need to sell, push it over to us, and we'll hop on the phone with them. All right? Okay.
It broke it up into two.
Yeah, that makes it weird. We'll put it on our Instagram so you guys can see after the fact. You're going to follow our Instagrams. You're going to follow our YouTubes. You're going to message us. And then we are going to give you that Google Drive. My internet is acting up. I think everybody else is streaming. I've got to make some calls for some sellers. So thank you guys for jumping on here. I want to remind you, every Wednesday at 4 o'clock Arizona time, we do our Explain It podcast. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I hope that you guys write down what you're grateful for and you have a great day. Ingrid, you want to sign us off here?
Again, thank you all for being here, especially on this, I guess, a holiday week.
Yeah, it's a really where people are cooking and prepping.
I know. I actually had to work today. So anyway, I think you guys are amazing. We really do appreciate you for being here. We do not take for granted that you guys could be with somebody else doing something else, and you're here trying to get better. As Caroline says 1% better every day. I really do believe that that is how we serve our communities, especially our real estate and entrepreneur communities, is, you know, regurgitate all the things that we've learned. So, and hopefully they help you in your journey. So thank you so much for being here with us. Truly, truly are appreciated. I'm thankful for your friendship, Caroline, and all that you do, and that I can lean on you to be consistent on this podcast. This is amazing. The fact we're getting close to having done this for a whole year. Do you know that, Caroline?
We are slow and steady, baby. It's that little consistent thing. It's that compound effect.
Yeah. So thanks. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Happy Thanksgiving, Caroline. I love you. And you guys have an amazing rest of your week.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.